SONA LEE, SONA LEE. 1993 was the year I met you. Like if I were born in 1973, I was exactly 20 when I met you, SONA LEE. Those endless dances, SONA LEE. Meenakshi Badite, all these dances. Meenakshi's home, your home. धड़कन जरा रुक गई है. धड़कन जरा रुक गई है. कहीं जिंदगी बह गई है. SONA LEE. धड़कन जरा रुक गई है. कहीं जिंदगी बह गई है. धड़कन जरा रुक गई है. कहीं जिंदगी बह गई है. पलकों में पलकों में पलकों में खुशियों की मोटी. पलकों में पलकों पलकों पे आंसू के मोती. भीतर खुशी हंस रही है. वो खुशी तुम हो, तुम मेरी जाना. करो एतबार. धड़कन जरा रुक गई है. कहीं जिंदगी बह रही है. धड़कन जरा रुक गई है. कहीं जिंदगी बह रही है. SONA LEE. पलकों में आंसू के मोती. भीतर खुशी हंस रही है. वो खुशी तुम हो, तुम. वो खुशी तुम हो, तुम मेरे जाना. करूँ एतबार. धड़कन SONA LEE. And all those endless movies festivals that two of us would go to at London. Endless movie festivals. SONA LEE, all the movies that I've watched with you. A million movie festivals. Huh? Remember the Hitchcock festival you took me for? Around the time, I don't exactly remember, but probably around the time when we were shopping, you and I were shopping for our friend Gandhi's sister's, meaning our sister's wedding, like her wedding gifts. The Hitchcock Festival. I think that was the first movie festival the two of us went for together. Ah, SONA LEE. 93, 93, 2003, 2013, 2023, 2026. 33 years, SONA LEE, that I know you. 33 Years. Shunali, কেমন আছিস তুই Shunali? Shunali, how are you? Last time I met you was at your project in Jharkhand. That was the last time I met you in person. You remember the dancing at the workshop at the where we were making our play? It was crazy dancing, no, Shunali. I was going crazy dancing. I had no time to see who was dancing how much, and I was holding your hand and I was dancing. Shunali. I was dancing. I was dancing. Shunali. Shunali. Ma Ma's omelette. I don't know. She, I think, would put five, six, 10 eggs in each omelette every single evening after college. I would not go back home. I would go to your home to Ma and Daddy and Didi, and huge omelette, 10 eggs maybe, and that amount of bread and butter, and I would devour all of that food every single day. Ma, Daddy, Didi, you, Arif Dada, Toffee. And Daddy and me and our vodka sessions. Shonali, you remember Daddy and me and our vodka sessions? I don't know if you know exactly what would happen. So Daddy would come back from office, and I would be sitting there in the on the sofa in the drawing room, and Daddy would smile this very beautiful, soft, pretty smile, and say, "Raja, when are we going to have our vodka party next?" And I would say, "Daddy, today," and he would say, "Don't rush, we drink tomorrow." And the next day, I would get this 375 ml of white mischief vodka, and then Ma or you would cook all these delicacies for the two of us, and then the two of us will be sitting on the drawing room sofa with that beautiful little table, Ma's beautiful little table, and we would be taking little sips of the drink. Hours would pass. Me and Daddy would be sitting there drinking vodka, and Daddy would be smiling, and he would be happy. Generally, daddy was always a happy person. I don't remember daddy being depressed. At that age, he was making a new job with his back. I still remember that huge belt that he would wear for his backaches. And with that, he would be going to work every single day. And then you would one day say, daddy got married late, like around the time, I don't know, around the time he was 40 or 35. And Didi was born, when he was 42. You were born when he was 45. So when I met daddy was probably close to 65, and he was going to office every day. After retiring, I mean, how much more inspiring and enterprising can parents be to inspire children? Like daddy going to office at that age with that belt, that belt, big belt. And I would understand the kind of pain he must be going through. And he's going to office every day and smiling and joking. And his smile, his teeth would be like, he would be smiling with his mouth full of smiles. Any case, he had a mouth which was full of life. I was so inspired. Didi would inspire me with her, and then Didi would be sitting in her room studying, and then suddenly she would take a break and come and sit, and Didi smile, and Didi's eyes would be watering surely, because she would because she would be concentrating so much with her eyes would be watering, and tears would be rolling down her eyes surely. And I would just look at her eyes and say, oh, Didi, and I wouldn't know what to tell her. And the best of the best was our Hyderabad trip. Surely you remember the day we ate chicken tandoori at Paradise? I still remember the color of the chicken tandoori. It was so different from all the other chicken tandooris I've eaten. And Chonali, let me tell you, I've eaten varieties of chicken tandoori, like varieties of chicken tandoori. And that color, that red, I don't know, it was such a very beautiful red. And the little room in which we were sitting at Paradise Hotel. And then there was a Dada uh, who was Didi's, Kakulidi's batchmate from CCMB. He said, go to Medina and have chicken biryani next to the Secunderabad. No, I don't remember clearly. I think it was next to the Hyderabad station, just outside on the opposite side of the main entrance. And you and I would go, I think, or I would go. And then on the leaf, they would give us mm, chicken biryani. Surely around 2007, I think, six, I think. I was traveling from Goa on my job. I was traveling back to Kolkata for a break with a friend, like a friend, very dear friend and colleague, Nirmala, very, very hardworking. I mean, he was very hardworking. I'm very hardworking on a job, like very, very hardworking. Nirmalo is more hardworking than me. So the two of us would be traveling, and we would be traveling through Hyderabad and taking a train from Hyderabad to Kolkata. And then I would tell Nirmalo, you should eat the biryani at Madina restaurant, and then we would, two of us would devour mm, Madina chicken biryani. And then after eating, we would be roaming around the streets uh, for about an hour or so before we would take our train back to Kolkata. And the first time I saw big, like like super like small supermarkets where they would, like, people would at home packet pulses and salt, uh, and all kinds of spices, all kinds of pulses and sugar and whatnots. in packets, and then they would be put on little shelves. And this very organized, clean shop, which I was never used to. Kolkata grocery shops were very unkept grocery shops, and only grocery shops, so very unkept grocery shops, and this little supermarket. And I remember the first afternoon, on the afternoon that we reached Secunderabad, the two of us would go out on a walk, and it had just rained. It was so beautiful. The wet earth was so beautiful, and we would go for a walk, and we would find this little park, and we would go and sit there in the park, and it was so quiet and beautiful and green. I mean, it is so vivid in my mind. Be sitting next to you in the beautiful shadowy light, almost sundown, and we would just be sitting there, not talking, doing nothing, just I know we were not wasting time, Shivani. We were so I think we both were so focusedly into enjoying nature and city, and nature in city, and city in nature. That little park and that bench and all that light, and that just rain sky, and just rain earth, and the just rain little air and atmosphere around us. Shivani. So beautiful. And then from there, we walked into that. I think I said, I want to take a look at this shop, this supermarket. And I went bonkers. I said, we should have something like this. In every para of Kolkata, there should be at least one shop like this in every para of Kolkata, like hygienic and clean groceries. I mean, at that time in Kolkata, it was like nowhere you would find a grocery shop which would be as pristine clean as that shop. I mean, the floor was like the floor of the Taj Mahal, like clean, and you know it's not, it was not marble, but it was like glowing marble, the way it was polished it by cleaning. And you remember the times we would go sit at Tangband Road in the evenings. I would say, Shonali, I want to go to Tangband Road and sit there. This Tangband Road was my favorite. That road, and on the other side, we'd be sitting on the bench, and then far away, Buddha would be standing. A towering Buddha would be standing in that Hussein Sagar Lake, and there would be little boats running to and fro, and people enjoying boat rides. Tangband Road of Hyderabad. The 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 destination for me, Tangband Road. And the bus rides we would take around the city, these random bus rides. We would just go and get onto a bus and just go somewhere. The Hyderabad trip that I went with you, Shonali, is one of the most remembered and cherished outings that I made ever in my life. And the other one is the outing I went with to the Munna Didi, and Munna Didi's best friend Raja Babu, uh, to Darjeeling. Wow, the bestest of the holiday trips that I ever made. And then at that time, uh, I have a mother called Bhakti, and she would send me 3,500 rupees, and I bought a jacket, Chunalia, a denim jacket, like fitted, the kind I like, fitted into. It was like as if it was my skin fitted, for only 2,500 rupees. I bought it in 2016. Shonali, I still have it, had that jacket, and it's as good. It's new, not as good as new. It's like new, and I'm going to be wearing that jacket for the next 20 years, I think. Sometimes I feel I will perish and I will be burnt on a fire like my corpse, and that jacket will still remain. And my Shunpapri or my Pratikawa or my Chikwa would, and my Shunpapriwa would, if they like, would wear it. I mean, Surely, 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 সোনালি তুই নিজের খেয়াল রাখিস, মা যদি চলে গেছে। তুই কাকুলিদের খেয়াল রাখিস, হ্যাঁ, সুশান্ত কাকুলিদের নিজের খেয়াল রাখিস। আমাকে ফোন করিস সোনালি, সোনালি, সোনালি আমাকে ফোন করিস, হ্যাঁ।